Nicki.
Uh-huh.
They both came out with diss tracks. Well, Meg track was more so of she was just speaking on shit. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But a hit dog a holler. You know, so Nicki Minaj came back with a track that was kind of like bullshit because it was already tweets that she made, so the jokes were old. Then you talked about her dead mom. So I just feel like Nicki Minaj is some bullshit, and she's a bully.
Primarily because of this?
Yeah.
This
Well, no, not just this. It's just like everybody that comes out and you see them doing a certain measure of work in the music industry, you want to come in and try to, you know, beef with them, or you got an issue with them, or...
How did shit start anyway?
Right.
I guess that once upon a time they were cool, you know. Nicki Minaj knew certain shit about Megan. And I guess Nicki Minaj felt some type of way because she did the diss track with Cardi B.
Not the
diss track, my bad. The song with Cardi B. And it kind of stemmed from there. That's when she started, like, disliking it and throwing shots at her. But, you know, through the whole Tory Lanez situation or whatever, her ex came, you know, and said stuff about her. The baby came and said stuff about her. So she just made a track responding to a lot of stuff that was said, and she never said names.
At all.
Like, she never once said a name, but you come and responding, like, you know, she said her name. So I feel like what she said was accurate. And Nicki Minaj feels some type of way basically because, you know, Megan Thee Stallion, she's going to school for law or whatever. And it's a Megan's Law, which is not Megan Thee Stallion's law, but it comes from a girl who was
raped.
Yeah, raped or whatever.
Yeah.
And she just spoke about it in the song.
Yeah.
Because Nicki Minaj's husband is a pedophile.
I don't know. Overall, myself, I feel like a lot of that shit, for one, is for publicity and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, everybody want to stay relevant. Nicki is getting a little older. She's in her 40s now, mid-40s. She doesn't run the rap game like she once did. There's a lot of new, young, hot artists that's taking the spotlight. I feel like Nicki, since she had hit kind of near the top and got this big fan base, I feel like she kind of got ahead of herself and lost. I feel like when Nicki first came out, she was likable.
Yeah.
And as time went on, she became a little more like...
full of herself.
Yeah, full of herself, bougie, stuck up. And I've been noticing that for a minute, and I don't like that about any person, not just her alone. But she feels like she's a legit queen, the queen everybody supposed to bow down and shit. That's stupid to me. As far as Meg, I don't fuck with her like that, dude.
I don't either.
I used to, but only reason is because it's all speculations. But with that whole Tory Lanez shit, I ain't like that. I know what happened. Everybody stated that it won't him just like, oh, give me the gun and I'm shooting you. It was a tussle. He was trying to fight the gun out of another girl's hand that was going to shoot Meg at first or something to that story. And then he wound up tussling and the gun went off. He got blamed for it. Mm-hmm. Not to mention she was upset with him.
But you know, none of his shit was found on.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know? So that's I don't think he touched the gun at all.
See,
yeah, so
what I'm saying.
So that that's a whole nother situation. But yeah,
as far as the story goes, he didn't even have the gun.
Yeah,
right.
He was tussling, trying to save her from getting shot. Yeah, and he wound up going.
But I did fall off from Meg, like off of that situation. You feel me? Yeah. As far as like this bullshit that's going on, I don't give a fuck about it. But I'm a lover of music, so part of the music industry, the diss tracks, rap music, that shit happens. You feel me? And I'm here for it. So I listen to both diss tracks. Meg's shit was weak. Her shit was weak. Nicki's
shit was weak to me.
I mean, I don't know. Some of the punchlines was
I
hitting.
would say this.
I don't like her cadence to certain shit. You know what I'm saying? The way she sound, that little Barbie sound, that shit is annoying. But the lyrics and this shit, she was getting mad good. I was like, oh, this shit.
I feel like that ain't nowhere near Nicki's like best type work though.
Right.
I feel like that's years ago when she was like she dropped like Bees in the Trap and fucking shit like that. Like she was spitting.
Yeah.
With Meg, I feel like for a diss track, she tried to make that bitch too fast. Because
Meg
got some bops too. Meg got some bops.
Yeah, and I feel like if both of them really had the time, I feel like if you can't make a diss track like fast, like you said,
which Nicki dropped hers pretty quick after.
Yeah, so I feel like if you can't do that and it have a reaction, because nobody really liked it. Yeah. Even some of her fans was like, "Okay, Nicki, we." Yeah.
But I felt like that with Megan shit too. Both of them was below their good music. Yeah. You know, if they not trying, it's like, damn. So you try to.
I don't know, Nicki. A lot of Nicki fans, they was reposting some of the lyrics on the shit. You feel me?
Yeah, but a lot of them too was like, that's what you came up with. Oh yeah. Like you basically repeated stuff that bitch tweeted for like 2 days, and everything that you tweeted, you said in the song again.
So.
I think the whole thing is stupid. I really don't like Megan to begin with. I feel like she's super aggressive, and like they already said she has a problem with alcohol. When she drinks alcohol, she gets aggressive. So I think that's what happened. But my thing is if that's how you are, don't be trying to play the victim later. You want to beat up on people, but then when somebody beats back at you, you want to become a victim, and no.
So yeah, even with that situation in the past, and also with this music beef, I think that's what she doing as well. Basically, like.
Now she wants to play the victim.
Yeah, play the victim.
I don't feel like she's playing the victim though. She's just responding to everything that.
But they're telling the truth. She gets around. She slept with a lot of artists. She has an alcohol issue.
That song shit, I don't feel like she was playing the victim.
Yeah, she wasn't playing. She was just responding like, nigga, you saying something about you fucking me, but you won't fucking me. We fucked and that was it.
When that whole Tory Lane shit happened, I felt like she played the victim.
Yeah, she did. But if you in reality though, in court. If you supposedly shot me, I am the victim. But if you
really are being aggressive to that man, he's like 5'3". She's like 6 feet. I'm sorry, if a 6 foot person is beating up on me, I'm gonna shoot your ass too.
If you look up the definition of a victim, she got shot, so she's a victim.
Yes, but you're beating up on that man. You're beating up on that man.
But the one going to prison that wasn't the owner or the purposely shooter.
Well, whoever was the person that he was tussling with should have spoke up.
Who's it was a woman.
It don't matter. She should have spoke up then.
What woman gonna speak up to go to prison for a man that ain't
exactly? Well, that's his fault.
Why are you so biased? Why you just can't?
Because I
biased as fuck.
I feel like
now I'm going way back. Remember that shit we was talking about on one of the episodes when that woman got hit with the fucking brick in the face. I said, stay the fuck out of it.
Now you had that that was with your wife.
Oh,
yeah, but hey, come to find out, yo,
it was fake.
It's fake as shit.
My thing was, even if it was real,
same
situation. The nigga stayed the fuck back and watched. Mm-hmm. In this situation, the Tory would have stayed the fuck back and watched.
Then he would have been out of the clip. He wouldn't have been getting 10 years, 20 years, however many years he got. Whoever the female was that he was tussling with. Would have shot Meg and she would be in jail. He shouldn't have never interfered.
Exactly, but that won't the case when they said all the men was watching that girl get her whatever. So he would have sat there and watched, then the whole story still would have been
it would have been against him.
He wouldn't have went to jail.
Exactly,
but it would have been against him because he watched it happen.
He went to jail for something he didn't do. Yeah. He shouldn't have interfered. He put himself in it.
So what do a nigga do?
Right.
You
real shit.
Allow that woman to shoot that other person, or you take the consequence, because everybody know that when you're tussling with a gun, it could possibly go off and do anything.
To me, moral of the story,
mind your goddamn
stay in your lane. Mind your business. Don't fuck with nobody else, no matter what the fuck going on. Live your life. If it ain't your person, fuck it.
Yeah, he should have minded his business. He ain't had no business fucking the best friend any goddamn way.
Right. He won't in a relationship.
He do what the hell he want to do with his dick.
But wait, he was fucking her best friend first. Yeah. He started fucking Megan after.
Megan is actually the slimy bitch. What are you talking about?
I know slimy bitch.
What?
Motherfuckers do that shit all the time. Niggas don't shoot bitches all the time though.
You just said he said me fucking the best friend anyway.
But see, I didn't know he was fucking the best friend first.
No, Megan was the one trying to do some shit. That's why I said you too biased.
I ain't too biased.
Hey,
I used to fuck with Nikki until she did some lame shit.
Ain't no tussling though. Like, how was he tussling with a female with a gun?
Cause he 5'2".
So that don't matter.
Thank you, brother.
What that mean? So what's the point?
He a man. Like, it don't matter how big the female is. Like, if she ain't no MMA fighter, it's a wrap. Simple.
Sound good.
No, it's
It's real. Like, y'all be sitting right here acting like if somebody's tussling over a gun, you already know though. You know if I go and tussle with somebody, it's a 99.9% possibility that bitch is gonna go off. Whether it's gonna shoot you, the person you tussling with, or an innocent bystander. You know that. So why interfere when you already know it could possibly go off?
So going further,
real nigga shit.
Y'all heard or seen about the Jacquees and Trey Songz shit?
Shit, yeah, I heard about it.
Too fast.
Say what?
Too fast.
It sound like a little lover story. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, weird the way Jacquees was like he came on there and said, "How you gonna do that to your little brother?" Like, yeah, how you gonna do that to your little brother? I'm your little brother, and you gonna hit me like that? Period. I said, "Woo."
Oh, he said period.
And he said Trey Songz a bitch. Period.
It's crazy.
He said it. Like,
no,
period.
I don't feel like a man should be saying period.
But I feel like, I mean, before the city girls start saying it, motherfuckers will be like, shit. If
a man gotta say point blank.
Period.
A nigga can't just say
period, poo.
Right.
But he didn't say period, poo.
I just
feel like before the city girls made the period slogan a woman thing, like men was saying like, shit, they gonna lose, period.
Yeah, it sounds different.
It's the way you say it, though.
It's a pronunciation.
You can't be like, period. You can't do that.
I don't think he said it like that.
You gotta like, period.
I need to see that.
We'll see it.
Because the one I seen, I thought he was just like, sometimes Trey Songz a bitch, period.
For example, when Lil Uzi move and all that, I be like, that nigga look gay as hell. He be like, that's that shit.
He
when
just
I was looking
feminine
at
tendencies.
shit, yeah, and it was weird. It was weird the way he went about saying it. Which I ain't see or know if Trey Songz replied or whatever, but I know I seen Jacquees shit, and I was just like, this shit crazy. And how niggas feel like they so much that nigga that they be like, you better not never come in the city or the state.
This nigga is nobody in fucking Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He's not no mayor in Atlanta. Nobody gives a fuck about Jacquees in Atlanta.
You don't got no pass no more. You can't come in the city.
He the wrong nigga to be saying. As T.I. said some shit like that. Yeah.
I really think T.I. can say anything like that.
But I'm just saying, he hold more.
I really think he
But I'm saying
the same level as Jacquees would be.
I feel like most niggas that's in the industry feel like they can just say it because they name whole town. Them same niggas go to the hood, they gonna get pop.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, Jacquees, out of all motherfuckers from Atlanta, his name means nothing in the industry. You feel me?
At all. I don't think so, nigga.
Yeah.
And then something else in media with Christian and Blueface.
Oh my God.
Her getting that
that bitch stupid.
That tap. Like, bro. So would you ever get a significant other on your body?
I got not his face, but my child's father, I got his name tattooed on me.
Where at?
Right here.
Okay. And that you would never cover it up or anything?
I'm going to, because I just never got around to it because, you know what I'm saying, it's not nothing visible, you know, or nothing like that. I just don't, you know. So
that was specifically because he's your child's father? He
wasn't my child's father when I got it, though.
So he was digging you down good.
I mean,
pretty much.
And the reason why I say this is because literally people I've heard comments like, damn, Blueface would be digging her.
But see, she has Jonathan. Then she has his face.
Fuck all that.
Then she got his face again. She had his face before, but she covered it up.
And now
she has his face again. But it's not. I think it's more so of the fact that the stuff that they've been through.
I think it's a mental illness.
Me and my child's father, I ain't gonna say we got the perfect relationship, but he wouldn't dare fucking Blueface me. You know what I'm saying? Be on the type of shit that Blueface be on as far as being disrespectful and none of that shit. So I feel like her doing it after they've been through this whole frenzy, like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I think she gets money off of it too.
I mean, yeah, it's more
it
hype.
keeps her relevant, and so
Yeah.
that's how she makes her money.
That's
Yeah.
super relevancy just to like do something.
Hey, yeah, she probably went
the
viral off that shit.
The dumber
Yeah.
you are,
For real.
the more publicity you.
But if you look at her whole famous story, like, she came off of doing dumb shit.
Right.
She came off of being on Blueface show,
Right.
and she was fighting.
yeah.
You know, her tooth got knocked out, and he chose her to be with. Like, her whole success story is bullshit, to be
Right.
honest, and it make people think that it's okay to go on TV and make a fool of yourself.
I ain't gonna hold you though. It's a lot of black. Well, no, I ain't gonna even go black. It's a lot of domestic relationships that so crazy they aren't as publicized, but that isn't even like some odd shit. That's a norm. Like, a lot of people go through domestic relationships.
That's not normal.
That's not normal.
Well, okay. What I mean is, it's not a rarity. I'm not saying that it's okay. You go to Raleigh, you see a homeless person in the street. It's normal. Now, is it everybody? No, but it's normal to see that. What I'm saying is, domestic relationships are normal. Probably like 1 out of 10 relationships have like, and I feel like that's a decent.
Probably higher than that.
It's higher than that.
It's not what he said. It's not
Not as
uncommon.
rare.
It's not uncommon
That's
at
how
all.
we saying
Like domestic
everybody-
relationships happens all the
Yeah,
fucking time.
but
To the extent of what they have going on.
You'd be surprised.
Yes, you'll be surprised what's going on here.
Women
Hell
get
yeah.
their ass beat,
Yeah.
like on, like fucked up, and still be like going hard for
Yeah.
niggas. and
Yeah.
Yeah.
shit. Bitches stick by a nigga that beat her fucking ass. He get locked up, she still stick by him.
Mhm.
Get out, still stick by, beat her ass again, and like just like that shit is kind of
Yeah.
my thing with that is people just like, oh, she's so stupid, but that shit is not as rare as like a lot of people that's speaking on it think it is with people in general. Like, for example, think about Whitney and Bobby or Ike and
Jada and
Tina,
Will.
Jada and Will. Like, yeah, theirs don't seem to be physical or whatever, but that's a fucked up
Yeah.
overall
Yeah.
relationship. And Will is like, no matter what happens, I'm gonna stick by her. Yeah. So you know, I'm like that to me.
But I think that comes more so from Will. Now, if this was true, I don't know his true life story, but from the show, it seems like he had issues as far as personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, his daddy was some bullshit. His mama, once he started becoming a teenager, you know, being the normal teenager, getting in a fight, she want to send him off with his aunt and his uncle. So I feel like his attachment to Jada comes from his detachment from his home.
Maybe, but we all.
And he just like, no matter what, she, you know what I'm saying, she loved me. I know she loved me. She's been here through whatever, so.
But she said it. She don't. She said it out her mouth.
Well,
And Will
now
was
she does.
Will was
She
raised in
said,
this.
Now
she said
she does.
she's not in love.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
But that doesn't mean you don't love a person.
Yeah.
I can love a guy and not be in love with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And Will was raised in a 2-parent household. That
was-
show, that show wasn't based on.
Oh, so his daddy wasn't really some bullshit.
I mean, bullshit as in abusive.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but he was raised in a 2-parent household.
What you got for us?
So my question is, do you guys think that you could ever be in a serious or marry a stripper or someone who does OnlyFans?
Okay. I'm going to be so real with you with
I'm
this
gonna
shit right here. I literally had a question very similar.
Really?
Not that question specifically, but something that ties into that. And my question was that, and kind of goes with that. Niggas want sluts, but niggas don't want sluts. What I mean by that is, a man wants a woman to be able to do slutty shit with him, but then just the mental thought of like, oh, she got a slutty history, then a nigga is like, I don't want to be with no slut. But it's like, whole time
Niggas don't care about that.
niggas don't care
Don't
about
care
that
about
to fuck. She talking about to be
to be in a relationship. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I think y'all points are totally different. I think y'all pose two different questions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What you saying, niggas don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because
niggas don't give a fuck about a bitch with a slut history.
No, they'll fuck her and fuck her.
Yeah, no. They'll fuck her. They'll slut her out too. Yeah, but a relationship, never.
That's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying why it ties into her is because visually, or first thing we all assume that strippers 9 times out of 10 gonna sell some pussy or suck some dick or something.
So what's your answer to her question?
Kind of the same thing. Like, I feel like the average guy has the mindset to, they'll fuck the girl, but, well, I speak on me myself. I wouldn't, I don't think I could wife up a stripper. Not.
So that makes her a slut?
No, it doesn't. But it gives her a slut
appearance.
Persona or appearance. Like, while she's actively doing it, nah. Like, if it's something she did a minute ago type shit, maybe. But if she's, and that's the next thing, I'm not even trying to create a relationship with a woman that's actively doing it.
All right.
Me, myself, personally. Now, if we get together and I found out you done it back in the day type shit, then that's different. But if you're speaking on actively doing it and I'm like, okay, baby, love you, go to work, and then you come back with damn, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I couldn't rock out like that.
OnlyFans, I could.
Yeah, OnlyFans, maybe.
If I was in it,
you gotta be in it.
I gotta be in it.
Yeah.
So she got other niggas being in it with her.
That's crazy.
But nigga, you seen that Adam 21 shit?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like niggas be letting these girls rock out.
No.
I wouldn't even rock out if I was a nigga girl.
Right.
I got you. So you would strip up until.
If I was a stripper and I met a guy and he knew I was stripping and he didn't like that I was stripping, I would find another option.
I date a stripper. It depends on what's going on though. If she's going dancing and not giving no other,
you don't know what she's doing.
That comes with trust. What are you talking about? That comes with trust.
You don't know what your wife doing now.
You don't know what anybody doing for real.
The thing is, you starting that, you don't have trust. You build trust. And that's what I'm saying. But sometimes when something becomes habitual, it's like, at what point does it actually stop? Like, say if
I feel like you're going to have stipulations on your woman's job. You need to take her out of that career.
Right. Correct. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't do it while she's actively doing it.
So would you be the nigga that say, look, baby, I don't like you stripping. I want you to find another occupation. I'm gonna take care of you until you find another occupation.
It depends on how much bread she's making too, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's just like a woman said, I don't want a drug dealer, but you got a drug dealer that's out here.
So she bringing back, she bringing home like 5 bands a night.
You fucking shaking your ass.
Shake that ass,
guy. She bringing back 5 bands.
I don't know.
In the VIP section,
he ain't got to.
Nah,
no,
you don't.
Listen, this is the only reason why I say that. On average, no. On average, the women that's making that good bread are doing more.
That's not true.
Because they're at the big club.
Niggas go to the club and spend 5 bands. In the bitch just shaking her ass. That's not true.
I know niggas that spent racks too.
Yeah.
Spending 5 bands.
But I don't think that's an every night thing.
Yeah, amongst the club, not on one girl.
No. When niggas go to the club and they get a booth or something, they have a certain bottle girl, and it's certain strippers have sections.
Yeah.
So if that dope dealer or whatever, that nigga with bread is in her section, she's gonna get that 5
making that bread.
She ain't got to
and the dope dealer and his niggas paying for the same bitch. You know what I'm saying?
They throwing that money.
Yeah.
So you feel like at least a good percentage of women in the strip club, same thing, see that bread, nigga like shit, fuck all this. I got damn 5 bands right now. Let's leave.
She fucking. She gonna fuck. She gonna fuck.
Now she still going.
If she already in that business, my nigga ain't gonna know.
And then you gotta think, not every woman is even in a club that's fast enough to do that type of numbers on a like nightly basis. This is on the East Coast, only like 4 or 5 clubs is really like.
Okay, so let's be realistic then.
And
say she bringing home 2 bands a night.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
It's
bread.
coming.
That's a lot of
But
bread.
but really, I mean, on the nights that bitches shoot, because you can choose the nights that you work at
you
the
can just do
club.
weekends.
You feel me? So if a bitch goes
goes
on a weekend and it's a good weekend, she can bring
Yeah.
home those 2 bands.
She
Easily.
could.
Look, that shit ain't
God.
that important to me. I don't want my bitch shaking ass and none
But
of that shit.
OnlyFans is the same thing.
I don't want
No,
that either. I don't
it
want
ain't.
that
It is.
specifically.
It ain't.
If I'm saying if the nigga just looking,
It ain't.
bitches be squaring and everything on there. You showing
But-
Ain't
but that's
you
them,
can't
though.
fuck nobody
That's
on
them though,
OnlyFans.
cause some females y'all can get on there and show y'all feet.
Show your
y'all can
toes.
read
That's
books.
Yeah.
Y'all can just do this with your shirt.
Yeah.
No, for
And
real.
they send y'all bread.
Yeah.
There's a girl that
Yeah.
sleeps on her OnlyFans,
Yeah.
and they pay
Dead-
her.
dead
like,
ass.
pay to watch
So
her
for you, it
sleep.
depends on what she doing on her
If
OnlyFans.
I'm fucking her on the
Yeah.
OnlyFans and
Yeah.
making that bread,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
doing it. I'm doing it. But she can't.
Okay, so what
I'm
if she decides mid-relationship that she wants to do this? How do you
Nah.
feel?
I mean, me. No.
No.
Yeah, nothing's gonna make me want to become a stripper after you know what I'm saying?
Already.
Nothing. I don't feel like. I feel like I would have to be in a very, very hard situation, and stripping is my last resort for me to say I'm stripping.
So, would you strip?
I have contemplated it. Honestly,
Would you strip?
no. If I would have been doing it now. But
Okay. So now you're past that point.
yeah,
But you've thought about it.
yeah. I don't think that there's a woman that probably hasn't.
Yeah,
You ever thought about
I
stripping?
thought about it, but I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't do it.
I would rather. I'm way past this point, anyways. But I would rather be a bottle girl than a stripper.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
So, would you strip?
I thought about it.
Would you do
I love this.
it? Like right now, if you just get an opportunity to just.
I mean, I can go out there and do it right now, but it's just something. It's not something I'm interested in right now.
So
Yeah.
you thought about it, but you wouldn't do it.
I mean,
You said
in
right now.
in my younger days, I would do it, but now I just
Right
wouldn't.
now.
Right now, I wouldn't do it.
Okay. Why you feel like you mentally past that or it's not?
Probably mentally past that, and yeah, I'm not like as outgoing as I used to be.
Okay.
You feel me? So
What about you?
If they paying a nigga, it depends on how much they paying me, bro. Like if they
So
gonna
you
if they want to
feel
see a
like-
big nigga strip and they paying me like a 50, I ain't gonna cap 900 a night.
So now that's straight up like they like you tell them like your fee come through the door is
Bruh.
1,000. Like cause it's like say you only did like private.
now, private parties is different though.
So you do
but
private parties?
I probably would. Yeah.
You do
Private. Private party.
Would you do a private party?
I definitely would.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a private
So
party.
what's your walk-in fee?
Like,
Then you know they throwing
25.
2,500.
2,500.
Walk through the door.
God,
What's your walk-in fee?
I'm a
Oh,
big.
no.
To do it.
To walk in fee, you can do 400-500.
I swear to God, I'm a big nigga.
Then whatever
Yeah.
you make,
500.
Yeah, then I make that's
good.
mine. I'm cool.
walk-in fee.
I mean, I don't even know like what is the
I'm
average
gonna
walk-in?
like 2
I don't know
What I'm
either,
saying,
but I'm
what's
just
your
saying.
goal? For you to
Maybe
mentally
like
say-
800.
So about 800. A band, so a band, you good.
Yeah.
You be like, all right, fuck
That's
it,
pretty
I'm gonna do it.
reasonable.
I would
Yeah.
say the 2,500 because I already know that I made that.
So now
You know what I'm
check
saying?
this out.
Because some
When they-
people come to stripper parties and they might not throw that much. You know what I'm saying? They
I get
they're
that.
looking at
I get
ass.
that
You feel me?
25.
So
You
I
pay
want to automatically know like I'm leaving with this certain amount of money.
I say this though.
25?
If it's 2,500, you might as well be. a
You
strip
doing
club.
something?
It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
25. It's gonna be a
40,
whole lot of else you doing.
Yeah.
They were
That's a lot.
25 at the door, and she gonna make about 4-5 bands
Yeah.
in the room. Oh no,
It's gonna be a lot of niggas.
They gonna be like, look, they gonna line up.
Now over time, if this become a thing, my value goes up, my price gonna go up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But me as an
But
amateur,
I think I'm worth
me as an amateur,
$500. And it does.
So you up in that bitch, you slide
Hanging from the
I mean,
ceiling.
I feel like I'm a good dancer, stripper. Like
You a good
I-
dancer?
Oh, really? Prove it.
That's really impressive. Whoa. Whoa, just whoa. Bravo.
Yeah. But did y'all know that the pole actually spins?
Yeah, I knew that.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that until
You
I
a
took
stripping
pole
class,
classes.
pole
Yes.
class or something.
I did not know that. I thought they were literally like sliding.
No,
around.
it spins
It
with them, but
spins.
they have to, put a little bit more
Momentum,
force to.
yeah. I figured because like when you see them, they don't slide down when they put their thighs on it.
Yeah.
And when they lock it like that and they don't slide down, but they spin around, and if they had to have it tight, and if it was too tight, they wouldn't be spinning around.
I didn't know that till now, but now it makes sense now I think about
right?
it. Yeah.
So you didn't answer the question.
Ain't nobody asking.
Are you?
If I weren't married, I would do it. I
could see you with
even
a fireman outfit on.
Even currently, like at my age now, I would do it.
No, he looks like the IT guy that's coming to.
I don't know. I'd do any fucking coming that bitch, fucking IT or plumber. Fucking fire.
That's bread.
Whatever they tell me to come as or whatever, I come and switch it up every time.
You do it on stage as well? You do like it?
I would like to do private.
Oh, so only private, no male strip club?
Nah, I wouldn't want to do a strip club. Kind of like she said too. It's like for privates, you kind of create your clientele.
Right.
Yeah, you got niggas looking at you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
But I mean, that's the same.
I mean, that's funny. That could be at a private party.
No,
because you can accept it.
Yeah.
Now if you accept that, that's on you.
So what you gonna do? You gonna ask who all is gonna be there?
Yeah, is this a nigga?
I mean, that's not
like hetero at the top of your
You can, but a lot of people who paying for are older women who want to see a male. You don't know, it might be a gay male in that bunch. They not telling you everybody who's in there.
As long as it's majority, as long as majority women.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But y'all seen that shit, Dancing Bear?
No.
You ever seen Dancing Bear? You ain't seen Dancing Bear? That's crazy, bro.
What is it?
It's like private stripper, but it like be on Pornhub and shit.
That shit.
He's a man.
I mean,
it's a whole little like private thing.
Yeah.
Niggas just walking around and be like a room full of women and shit, and like it be private though. But like maybe here it might be 20 women.
It might be like 30 women. He's walking
around.
Get his dick sucked or
like,
some shit.
They just
Are you
whipped cream and
serious?
everything. They just want to suck.
That's what I got.
Almost every woman in there sucking his dick and whatever he fucking.
I wonder how much he
I
charges
don't
for
want
that.
to suck dick after nobody else.
No, me
They be
neither.
doing it.
Somebody
They be
break
sharing.
my skin.
They be sharing. They be slapping each other with it. They be,
Ew.
come on, bitch. Doing it.
that shit, bro.
Crazy.
Hey, that shit crazy. And I think like a lot of people had that mindset for that, and going into a different topic is because of like money. So a lot of people is like just trying to get that extra money and shit. Do y'all feel as though today's economy compared to like 50, like our grandparents, their economy, do you feel like today's economy is harder to live in? Do we have it harder, or do you feel like our grandparents'
I feel like
economy
it's
was harder?
50-50 because
Yeah, back
I
then
feel
was
like
harder, bro.
back then they didn't have technology. They didn't have certain stuff or certain resources that we have now that kind of make it harder. But it's like now that we have those resources, it makes it more expensive.
Back then was harder.
So financially, which one do you feel like was more complicated, to live back then or to live now?
Back then, because they weren't making no money.
I don't know though. I
Yeah,
kind
the
of feel
price
like
of stuff
now.
was cheaper then.
I mean, everything was cheaper though.
But they still don't make
And
no
you
money. It's
grew
still
your own
equal.
food, like you
You know what I'm
had
saying?
your own stuff. I feel like now it's harder.
Yeah, I think because of the economy now, it's harder now.
And stuff is more like processed.
So you feel like it was harder then or now?
I feel like back then.
Okay.
Swear to God, dude.
I
So
just feel like it equals out.
yeah, so
I mean, it do.
Now, so this is the thing and where I'm going with this. So the whole fucked up part is kind of like it creates a blurred line, because what he's saying, but then you add in inflation. So like they made what they made then, which was way less than what we made, but shit cost way less.
Right.
Cost of living was a lot
Way
cheaper.
less. Okay,
Yeah.
bam. We make more, but shit costs way more, right?
Right.
So technically, statistically, we have it a lot harder than they did back then, even though they made less because of inflation. And the thing about inflation is it's hard for the average person to keep track of it mentally unless you're a person that worry about analytical things a lot. But technically, the average salary in America, and this is only average, motherfuckers make less, make more, but this is average. It's $52,000 a year. That's the average. But the average house today is $316,000. Now, 52,000 for your salary. The average house 316. That's 6 times your salary compared to back in the day. This is gonna sound crazy as fuck, but the average salary in 1940 was $1,700 for the whole fucking year.
Because houses was like $900.
No, check this out. The average house back then was $3,900, which is only approximately 2 times the average yearly salary. Yeah. Meaning 2 of their yearly salaries can pay for a house, which of course they got taxes and shit coming out. But just overall, 6 of ours, we got taxes coming out. But even then, taxes were way less back then too.
Right.
So, and then even down to like the average car nowadays is about 45,000, which is approximately 87% of the average person's salary. Back then, the average car was $860.
You're crazy.
which is only like 50% of an average.
Yeah, you can get land back then for like $900.
Yeah, so like, and that's so crazy to me how like we became blinded by like our hourly rates, thinking like, oh, because like imagine when we was all younger, thinking back then you gonna be making $27 an hour or something like that. You feel like that would be like a good amount of money.
Yeah.
But low key,
nah.
the people back then
you just like, catching up with the system. That's all you playing. You steadily playing catch up.
You playing catch up. You never caught up because the system is always 2 or 3 steps. Right. They let us take 1 step, then they take another 2 or 3 steps. Exactly. That's how it went from 2 times the salary to 6 times the salary now in only about 60 to 70 years.
Because even now, like for you to rent a house or something, you have to make 3 times what the rent is.
Yeah. So now I'm saying that to go further into, I know a lot of women state, men ain't how the men used to be back in the day. Well, technically, according to numbers and stats and stuff, it was easier to have a 1-income household back then. A man could go to work. Because normally that salary, that $1,700 a year, was normally for a 1 household salary because that was kind of before women was even allowed into the workforce and stuff. $1,700 that one man was bringing in, compared to now, that $5,200 is the average salary, which is still 6 times the money a single person would make. Men can't afford to be the only income now, unless
I feel like back then men were just more hands-on. You know what I'm saying? Back then they had to build a houses. Back then they had to fix the car. No, I'm just saying in general, if you build your house, you own it. All you doing is buying the materials to build it. You know what I'm saying? True, that costs money.
They wasn't building their own houses like that.
Nah, they weren't.
They weren't building.
That was like a little bit before.
When slaves was having shacks and shit like that.
Are you talking about slaves, or are we talking about 1940s and 30s?
When did slavery end?
Like 1913.
Yeah, it was
officially ended 19.
You think about segregation?
Yeah,
segregation was like
it officially ended like 1930, somewhere around that time. That's when the bill was passed. It was like progressing to end in the early 1900s.
Yeah, but segregation ended in like 1970.
Yeah,
but prior to, like he said, slavery was technically abolished in like 1915.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Hey Google, when was slavery abolished in America?
1865.
Yeah, it was way before. I was gonna say it was way before 19 something. But I am still wrong. But I'm like, it was way before 19.
December 6, 1865. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States.
Okay, so then technically the South is just slower. Yeah. So that's probably what happened up north and stuff.
Yeah. As far as that,
New Jersey,
yeah,
they was already free and shit.
Yeah.
They just took it longer to, because like technically.
Well, really, they lied to them. Everybody was free. It was just that the slaves down south, like you said, they were behind. They didn't know how to read. They didn't know that they were actually free because the masters were still telling them
not
that
even
they
that.
weren't
Like the
free.
South are slower to take in rules. For example, like the marijuana rule. We're one of the few states that still won't allow it. When it came to gay marriages, we were one of the last states to allow it. So I think it's like some South shit anyway.
Yeah, because we're in the Bible Belt. So.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But we're in the Bible Belt.
But you ain't never heard that before?
The masters in, huh?
Oh.
No, I'm just saying, like, they program the people to be that way.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to try to look up something, but it's going way left of everything. But it's a question for both genders. But I want to know, for the men, do y'all feel like women like provide a space for y'all to be vulnerable? And I say that with the idea of, do you feel comfortable enough to be like fully vulnerable with the woman, or you just feel like you just be holding back sometimes because they might not get it, or they might turn it around on you and anything else that come with it?
The original question is, do we feel like we can be, or do we feel like women allow us to be?
Like women allow y'all to be a space to be vulnerable around them.
Speaking on that, I'm taking it somewhere. I seen on Shaq's podcast recently, he literally stated, and this was his opinion, and a few other people on the show wouldn't have agreed with him. A man should never let a woman see him be vulnerable. Do I agree with that? No. But the way that show, you seen that?
I didn't see it, but it kind of went with what I was going to say, because I feel like most men don't allow you to see that they need vulnerability.
Okay. So now, I feel like based on society don't allow us to be it. I feel like a man has to be extremely comfortable with a woman to allow that. Me, myself, personally, I am at that point with my significant other, but it took a long time.
Right.
It took a long time. That's a
You
psychological wall.
For a woman to allow
psychological wall that I had to beat the fuck down, because it really can create a lot of stress and tension in your relationship with having to hold back all of your emotional pressure and shit like that without being to express yourself. But it is very hard. Like, even it's so many like toxic masculinity things out there that makes it hard for a man to express himself. You got this shit like we was talking about before, saying this sassy shit and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, you acting like a bitch. Or you acting like a woman.
But that comes from men teaching other men that certain things they shouldn't do as a guy. Because my daughter is 6, and she tried to hug a little boy on the bus, and he told her not to hug him because hugging is for pussies.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's what a man is taught. If a man is taught that it's okay for him to be vulnerable, then he's gonna always display when he's vulnerable or when he needs attention or when he's going through something. But if a guy grows up where they like, oh, don't cry, oh, this is for girls, you know what I'm saying, toughen up, whatever, I feel like that kind of makes people grow up and feel like, oh yeah, well, I'm not gonna cry because that's gonna display my weakness.
Which is true. I do believe how you was raised, so I agree with that point. But do you believe that women allow that space for men to be vulnerable?
I feel like a man has to allow that, because if you don't show me a certain side where I feel like you are vulnerable about anything, or you could have a display of affection, because I feel like vulnerability goes with affection.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most women don't. Most women don't. Because if you cry too much, you a pussy.
Yeah, so like when I
bitch too much, you a faggot.
But crying,
or you gay,
I feel
or
like
whatever.
crying is different than you explaining how you feel.
But we can cry too, though.
Yeah.
We want to
crying
cry.
is an emotion.
Yeah.
Not just that. Even if a man complains too much,
Exactly.
He a punk.
they whining, or you acting like you soft or whatever. And I'll say this: I feel like a man takes more heed to a woman's opinion than he does another man's
But if
opinion.
a woman does that, then men call it nagging. So
Say what?
either way, it's not a certain space for a woman or a man, because if a woman constantly complains or if a woman constantly displays certain emotion, a nigga think that they're nagging. So
you're saying constantly though. You're saying constant, so you're using an extreme to prove a point. But with the male, it's almost like we do it one time and then we get caught a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
He said if a guy complains all the time If a guy whines,
if he complains at all, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
no,
I think society just makes it okay for women to be
Correct.
emotional, and for the man, they're supposed to just be
Right,
understanding
that's what
to
I'm
the
saying.
woman, but it's not reciprocated.
Yeah, so really, so women do not allow that space.
No,
you
I
know what I'm
don't
saying.
think
So men, like, psychologically, we like force to hold back certain ways because we don't want to come off as too weak for a woman. And even in conversation, sometimes when you're expressing, and I realized this because I was like, oh, the girls I have around, nah, they allow me a space. But then I thought about it, it comes with semantics because at the end of the day, when they don't agree with me, they'll flip some shit on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll flip some
Right.
shit on me, or they'll make the conversation about them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And forget everything that I fucking said. So, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's not allowing me that space to be vulnerable. Then it makes me hold back for the shit that I want
Because
to
I know
say.
you're just gonna throw it up in my face.
Yeah,
later.
exactly.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just speaking for me personally.
I
I would want to be able to express myself, so I allow the guy that I'm dealing with to express himself.
So you
whether
ain't-
they're crying
Yeah.
or
So serious, like be honest about this. Have you ever called a nigga a pussy?
not because of some shit that it was between me and him. If I seen him allow a homeboy to get away with something or somebody else to get away with something, I'd be like, man,
Okay.
You ever called him a bitch?
not like seriously,
Huh.
like. But I be like, you just let that nigga bitch you.
Yeah, that's
Or,
different.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
You
not
just
an
handle that
emotional.
like a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, that ain't an emotional thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
I don't.
also
But
speaking
if
on-
a guy is coming to me and saying like, "Look, baby, we need the X, Y, and Z," or "I feel like this," or even if you just having a hard day and you coming in and you like, "Man, I was at work, motherfuckers on my neck," I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, nigga, you bitching."
Well, no, that's not. He kind of more so talking about inside the home.
Yeah, inside the
Like
home,
y'all
like,
arguing type
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so
some
when you
type of
arguing with your
debate
man,
where he
you
like,
call him
baby,
bitch.
I'm be real with you. You know, I feel like you need to do this more, or you need to whatever.
But I don't take that as complaining. I just feel like I'm taking that as us having a conversation, and it's something that you feel like I need to fix.
So you don't get no attitude when he do that?
No, if my nigga tell me something I need to fix, I'm not gonna be like, "You a bitch ass nigga for telling me that."
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna try to fix it, and because vice versa, if I tell you something, I would want you to try to fix it. I don't want you to be like, "Bitch, get the fuck out my
So
face."
bam, you say that, you say, oh, whatever, you a bitch ass. He said, damn, that really hurt my feelings. Like, and he start crying. no, I mean you laughing, but
I mean that's a good example because that's kind of where I was getting. That's kind of where I was
I would
getting at. You know what I'm
feel
saying?
bad because I
Yeah.
feel like for a man to cry, it takes a lot for a man to cry. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For
So you want to say, why the fuck you crying, nigga? You want to say
I
that?
wouldn't say it like
I
I
would
would just be
probably
like, are
think
you
it,
okay?
but I wouldn't express
I'll
it.
talk to your homegirl the next morning. You know this bitch ass nigga. Cause I asked my homegirl the same question. She was like, and we was talking about men like expressing. She's like, yeah, niggas can express. She said, but I had this one nigga. That nigga cried about every goddamn thing. I just got tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I feel that. She was like, everything, he always bring up some shit that I'm doing. And then with my response, this nigga want to go cry and tear up and shit like that. She was like, nah, I had to get rid of that bitch ass nigga. But at the same time, so I understand there's a extreme, like you doing too much.
Yeah.
But women can cry all the time and we gotta be okay with it.
But I
You
feel like
me?
if a woman is crying all the time, it's still something wrong. It's still an issue. It's whether it's psychological.
I mean, it can be an issue,
What?
but y'all still can do it. Issue or not, y'all still
No,
do
I'm
it.
not. I deal with females, and I'm not sitting around no bitch that cries.
And then,
Well, you're
and
not,
then-
but just society as a whole
yeah.
makes it
Think
okay
about-
for
and then
women to
think
have that
about
space
the
to do
fucking-
that.
The total opposite, right? So it's not okay for a nigga to be like soft, but then when a nigga is like extra hard, it's still like man, sit the fuck down, or like he's super masculine. A guy can't be super masculine.
Because
either.
sitting the fuck down is not super masculine.
Okay.
Sit the fuck down. You
I get that. So okay, man, sit down, go in the house, be a woman, blah blah blah. Like I don't know how to say it without sounding too harsh, but for a man to be extra masculine would be a problem also. But for a woman to be super feminine wouldn't be a problem for most men. Like you got some guys that
Why
don't
would
want a
it, though?
feminine woman.
Because the masculine is, I feel like.
But that's man living in himself. Man should be masculine.
But
I like my man super
You said
masculine.
sit down and.
I mean,
Well,
I don't be that, but okay, say this. You like
That's abusive.
okay, so say this.
But I say so, like when a man shows up in his masculine energy and it's too much of it, it becomes controlling.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
that's
control
my thing.
factor.
Yeah, that's a
You know what I'm saying?
masculine-
So you can say you like that, but be careful what you ask for.
No,
He like-
I don't agree with
So
that.
listen,
I don't agree with that. If you're controlling, you're controlling, and being masculine has
But that's
nothing
a
to do with
it's
that.
absolutely
So
masculine.
describe.
No,
What?
no, you can be masculine and be a man and
Yeah.
take care of the home and do what you're supposed
And
to do as a man, and not tell me, oh, you're not going out like that. You're not going. That doesn't make you masculine. That's just controlling.
Yeah, I agree with Heaven.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but what makes you masculine then? Just
Yeah, I was saying,
taking
like,
care of
what
the
makes-
home?
What
Yeah.
makes a masculine
You're
man?
taking care of your family. You're taking care of your woman. You're doing what you're supposed to as a
Certain
man.
stuff,
Like
okay,
just
so-
certain.
So now check this out. Check this out, right? If you got a line full of guys, it's 5.
Mhm.
And you have to just offer up. You walk in the room, they say, listen, Heaven, we want you to pick, listen, Sade, we want you to pick which guy looks the most masculine out of all these guys in here.
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, which describe the guy you're probably it's gonna look the strongest. He's probably gonna be the
No,
fucking.
because I don't think because you're strong it makes you masculine.
So you think a weak man can be masculine?
That's just like me. I dress like a girl, but I'm kind of like a guy. Like when I start talking, you can look at me and say, yeah, she's.
And that's the question: who looks the most masculine? That's what I asked. I can't say who is.
But
Who
I don't
looks-
think muscles. I don't think muscles would play a
Muscles
factor
definitely.
into me. I'm saying who has the most.
I get what you're saying. You're automatically gonna zone in on who's
Who
the
looks the
tallest, who's the
strongest,
strongest.
Who looks the most
Yes.
manly, the most masculine. Also, who look like he probably could beat every single other motherfucker.
But I
ass
can
in
put
line.
you beside a tall, scrawny nigga and still probably feel like you're the masculine
Keyword:
person.
tall, strong.
But she said tall. She said
But-
you're gonna
I
look
said
at
tall
your
and
tallest-
muscular.
He said muscular. Whoever
tall and
looks
muscular.
the fucking physically strongest,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10,
Muscles.
muscles, hairy face. If a man has
Cause
a
you damn ain't
bald
gonna pick no
face,
big nigga over no built nigga.
no,
Ain't no way.
You
I like
could.
fat
I
niggas,
mean
though.
that's different.
I don't discriminate.
I'm not-
One thing about me, I don't
She likes some
discriminate.
ugly
Fat,
too.
ugly, skinny. I don't give a damn.
I'm saying
He
I ain't
said,
ugly, so I don't know.
Well,
And that's
I
why
might
I'm
be
so
fat.
frustrated.
You can leave the other
That's
shit
why
alone.
I'm so frustrated, because I don't feel like that makes a man look masculine to me. Muscles don't make a
So
man
what
look masculine to
So
me. That
okay,
just means you
so
work
check
out.
this out. Check this out. If you had to pick a feminine looking woman, she's going to be shapely. She's going to be shaped like a woman, or she could be a big block bitch.
I think a block bitch could be feminine.
What does a masculine woman
I
look
think
like
so,
to you?
too. She
If you
got
was
her
to look at a
nails
woman
done,
and you was like, damn, that bitch is masculine, what does she look like to you?
Some women have like strong faces.
What that? That's
That's the same shit.
No.
How? If you describe a masculine looking woman, she's going to look
But
bad.
but what I'm saying, but that's saying a masculine woman. That's not saying a man that is masculine.
So what a feminine man look like?
I feel like a feminine man, he looks. You can't tell a man is feminine until he start doing certain shit.
So I think
looks don't determine
yeah,
if
that-
you're
I know what
masculine or
man look
not.
like the women.
You know what a feminine man look like too. So you never seen a man and say, he look
hood,
gay.
a hood nigga.
I've never seen a guy
Yeah,
that say
nigga.
he looks gay, but I've seen a guy
You
when he
ain't-
start talking, I say like
You ain't never seen a guy that look like he gay.
I have.
I don't think I look at a guy
Neck
and say,
straight,
oh, he's gay.
back straight.
That doesn't mean that they're gay though.
Nigga posture
That
good,
nigga
yeah, he
feminine.
sweet.
That doesn't mean that
it don't be like he gay, but
Talks with his
you can look at
hands
somebody like he look like he gay. You may be wrong as fuck, but somebody can look like they
I mean,
gay.
he looks feminine.
Do I look gay?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
All
I'm
women
just
gay.
saying
All women
that.
gay. All women
You're
All
just
women
saying
gay.
that because you know.
I'm fucking with you,
That's a
dog.
fact.
All women gay. And I said that.
But
Don't say
I
that.
think
It's a
I
fact.
get her point because
That's
I mean
not true.
to her when you talk about masculine and feminine, she talking about personality.
It's about action.
She talking about her personality. She
And
ain't
what
talking
you
about
do.
looks. Yeah.
It's not what you do. Like that doesn't determine masculinity to me.
Well,
Now, if the muscular nigga will take out trash, won't take out the trash, and you will, I feel like you're more masculine than him. Because if he don't want to take out the trash, he like,
Women take out trash too.
Yeah.
They don't make them masculine. No, because
So
women do that too.
you don't take out the trash.
Yeah, take out the trash,
women
but
do it also. That's not.
That's
I
a-
don't think that's a masculine.
But guess
thing.
what? If a woman is in the household and a man is in the household and she has to take out the trash all the time, it's gonna be a fucking issue.
so what if I gotta wash the dishes all the time?
But you shouldn't have to wash the dishes all the time. That comes.
She's going into gender
But it's
roles.
cleaning my
Yeah,
house.
that's a gender role issue. at that
Yeah,
point,
that's cleaning my house at that
Yeah.
point.
So okay. So if your wife asks you to, I don't fucking know, move the refrigerator, help her move some furniture, and you say, "Oh no, baby, that's too
I have
heavy."
I have a friend who's dating a guy right now, and he's so muscular, like he works out. She asks him to move something, he'll be like, "No, call somebody and pay him."
Yeah, that's not
I'm like,
masculine.
what?
You's a bitch ass nigga.
He masculine.
And he is.
That nigga
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a bitch. You's a bitch. If you sit right here, you got muscles.
He don't want
And
her
you
to-
won't
And you
move a
don't
piece
want to
of
help, and
furniture.
you rather me call somebody and pay them. You's a bitch ass nigga. The nigga that gets up and say, "Yeah, we gonna go ahead and get
Correct.
it done." That's masculine to me.
He just like fuck up. He don't want her no more. For real.
You
For
think
real.
I feel what
that's
you're
what it
saying.
is?
though. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, like
Really?
Yeah, he don't want her no more. Oh, he got some on him.
Masculine. Having qualities or appearance traditionally associated with a man.
and it says reread that though.
Qualities or so yeah. Both
Qualities
points can be.
or appearance. And
But-
so it's like both points are his.
I'm going back. I get it, but I'm saying you can physically see who looks the most masculine.
No, that says qualities
I
or
think yes,
appearance.
but when you're
So that means that to you will go by appearance, but for me,
I wouldn't
go by
appearance.
quality.
I wouldn't go by appearance. But this is the next thing.
You can't
but
do
you won't
qualities
know their
because you don't know their
qualities until you
qualities.
get to know a person.
Unless
How
they
do
got
you
on
know their
chain.
qualities
That's
until
when
you
you.
know
That's
them?
when I bring it in. Hood niggas. Hood niggas got grills, chains, watches.
That doesn't
No,
make you
serious
masculine.
business
That ain't
though.
masculine?
But
You don't think that's
she
They gonna
can
always
stand
look. They gonna
on what
always
they
look
got.
masculine. They gonna always look masculine though. You know, most of the time they gonna always look masculine.
No,
Yeah,
you can look at a
yeah.
nigga and say, and
Yo.
you can
Niggas be
tell
looking. They be
that
looking.
you
They be
that
little ass
nigga
niggas
ain't
that be in
doing
the
certain
hood
shit.
Man,
with
I
chains
don't
and
know.
grills and all. Some little ass.
But she said qualities though. If I'm
Yeah.
if I ain't got no grill, no big chain or nothing on, she gonna pick the nigga with the other chain because she got the
Then in
qualities.
reverse, that nigga ain't taking out the trash. That nigga ain't.
How you know he gonna take out the trash before he
And
get
that's
home?
my point. You can't tell whether somebody is feminine or masculine until you see what they actually, until you get some action.
When I asked the question, I said, look. So I said, look. That means appearance.
But stop
When-
doing all these hypothetical
It wasn't.
shit.
It wasn't hypothetical. You wouldn't answer my question because you were saying you can't tell if
Yeah,
a man.
I can.
You can
I'm
because
not.
that's a
I'm
part
not gonna
of
look
the.
at. I can't look at you and say, "Oh."
So basically, she's saying that's what she don't do it.
I didn't say.
Most people probably do
I
it.
didn't say
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
the way you.
And I can't
you
answer
do
your
it or
question
not.
because I don't do it.
I
Heaven
said-
answered your question and said,
I said who
she
looks
would
masculine.
pick the muscular guy because she goes by appearance.
You said
I don't go by appearance.
I get that, but you acting like your fucking eyes don't work. You
I'm
can't
not
see a
saying my
faggot.
eyes
You
don't-
can't see a man. You can't see a bitch. You don't see shit.
But I can't look at somebody and say, "Oh, he's gay."
I didn't say that. I said he looks
He asked
masculine.
me that.
I said, do you look at a nigga and say he looks gay? He said, I can't tell if he is. I can tell if he looks like he might be. It's an assumption. We all make
Well,
assumptions.
I don't make assumptions when it
Yes.
comes to people's character, like saying they're gay and stuff like that. I don't. 'Cause
Yeah, that's a
it's
big.
insulting.
Yeah, that's a good. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
just
though.
look at somebody and say, "Oh,
Okay,
yeah."
though.
he's
It may be
gay.
wrong. That don't
You
mean I
gotta
don't do it.
something
That don't mean I don't do it.
like,
You
I
can't.
don't know. That was kind of gay. I'm not gonna just look at a guy and say he's gay
I didn't say.
or he looks gay.
Yes, you will.
No,
yes,
I will
you
not.
Yes, you
If he
will.
does
It's
something, I'll say, "What
I
he just
mean,
did."
why you arguing with? You ain't with her 24/7. You don't know what the hell she
have to
do.
be. We all humans, bro.
But she can be different than the rest. She can be. She,
Visual perception.
she can be
is
different than the
number
rest,
one
though.
Thing that we judge by. Everybody say don't judge a book by its cover, but everyone has. Everyone has.
I mean, we're all mostly judgmental, but it don't have to be with the same thing you're judgmental by. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. That's a very common thing, though.
That don't mean she do it though.
So, alright.
I don't. I really don't. I don't just look at people and be like, "Oh, he look like he might be gay." You have to do something for me to be like, "Oh, that shit right there, that one right." That ain't shit a normal nigga would do.
And it could be somebody walking weird or just anything in general. Or you mean like they have to physically talk or like...
No, if a nigga do a certain gesture, I'll be like,
That's looking.
That's looking though.
No, that's a gesture. You did something. I'm not just not.
That's still looking gay.
It's visual.
That's looking
That's
gay.
still looking gay.
That's looking
That's
gay.
visual.
He could
Okay,
have.
so no, but that's not saying okay. He has on straight legs, so he's gay. No, if he does something like, "Hey, girl," then
She said-
make a certain.
If that man standing still,
visual.
if that man standing
And you
still,
got
not
his
talking,
fucking
not
hands
doing,
on his
no. If that man standing still, not doing nothing, you can't say nothing. But once he walk, a certain way or whatever,
Right,
they
but
still
he's
looking.
saying just by
just
looking
looking
at somebody.
Yeah, one, like if he's
Just by
standing
looking
still,
at
you
him,
can't
I'm
really
not
say
gonna
nothing
he's
about
gay,
it.
But if
But
he walk and he got a switch, I'm like, oh no, his walk ain't right.
That ain't looking.
What if he's standing still and he got on a certain attire? You still can't say you can't say he looks gay.
yeah,
I think she's going off of
A
it.
belly
They're
shirt.
just standing in
Nigga,
front of
nigga.
her.
Yeah, you gonna say he looks gay.
That's not.
well, you can't say that either
No matter
because
what you saying.
Future wear goddamn.
Little baby wear
can't-
booty shorts.
you can't
but I'm
say
not gonna
that
oh,
either.
But you can still say he looks gay.
Yeah,
I may be wrong as fuck. He can say that he looks gay.
You can.
I've never looked at nobody. I said I've never done it. Not saying I'll never do it, but me personally in this life, in my 29 years
Just looking at
living,
this nigga walk weird.
That's
looking.
different though.
It's looking.
He's doing something to make me think he's gay.
Looking?
I'm just not looking at him
How do
sitting
you
down
see-
and
how-
saying,
how did you make that-
his shirt is buttoned down too low, so he's gay.
How did you make that judgment? You looked.
Bro, you
You looked.
trying to make yourself right. I ain't even
Yeah, look.
You looked.
I'm lit.
You looked. You looked. As I said, we take more judgments from looking at something. You didn't get to know that person. You didn't know. You see that motherfucker walking. You looked. Damn, that motherfucker walking gay as hell.
I'm
It's a
guilty
look.
of it because I've made judgment on people
But he's
before I
doing
even talked
something.
to
He
them.
made an action.
How
made
did,
an
how do you
action.
perceive that? By touch? By taste? Or by watching?
No,
I
but
see
you're
it.
using it in two
Yeah,
different ways.
because you changing the way you use it. Because I'm thinking of the lineup, right? The same lineup, and you had to pick up.
She said she has never looked at.
But I'm saying, and we use the same lineup. We had to say use the same lineup that you use with the masculine man, and you use with a nigga that's probably gay. Cause you look at that motherfucker while he stands still and be like, "Oh, that nigga look gay."
No, you cannot. I don't. I'm not saying you can't, but I've never done it. Now, the nigga turn around and he do a little switch or something, I'm like, oh no. That's an action. That's not looking. He did something to make me say that he's gay. That's just like a person in a store. You can't say because they have a bonnet on their head and they got sweatpants and a hoodie on that they're about to steal. You need to actually see them steal for to say, okay, they're a thief.
I seen motherfucker out those niggas about to steal. All right.
See, so you're...
I was a dunkery at Walmart.
Lost provision.
I ain't
You
gonna
ever see
cap.
a motherfucker, like,
I'm on it. As soon as he comes to the door, that nigga about to steal. Swear to God. And he do. 9 times out of 10, nigga steal, bro. Swear to God. So, I mean, it's hard to say, but, I mean.
Either way, I don't know. That was different for me. You one of the few. And if that's what you saying and what you standing on,
Because I don't want a nigga to look at me just because I got some little shorts on and say, oh, that bitch out. Like, see me do whole activity. Like, for you to say I'm a hoe or I'm this or I'm that.
We
like,
do that.
I don't.
We do that, though.
No, I don't. Though.
But she said she don't.
I
Yeah,
get that.
yeah.
And I said
I
that.
don't.
The majority,
I
we
don't do that.
We do.
I don't do that.
Let's talk about it. Ayy. Ayy. Let's talk about it. If you gotta get it off your chest, let's talk about it. I'ma tell the truth, nothing